What's up guys, my name is Fran and this is my long-term review of this guy right here. This is the Osmo Pocket, a pocket camera made by DJI that's geared towards content creators. In today's video, we're going to find out in a market completely saturated by the smartphone camera, is there actually any room for a device like this? If you've ever gotten a chance to play with the Osmo Pocket in person, the number one standout feature is actually going to be its small and compact size. But despite its small form factor, this is arguably one of the most powerful cameras I've actually gotten a chance to use in a really long time. And because of that small form factor, it truly does live up to that Osmo Pocket name. It's so small and convenient, you can pretty much put it in your pocket and carry it anywhere. And also because of its small form factor, it can sometimes double as an action camera in certain situations. Now, like I just mentioned, this thing is packed full of features. More features than I actually want to go over in this video, but I did want to highlight just a few. First, the Osmo Pocket comes fully equipped with the 3-axis brushless gimbal. This is going to give you super smooth handheld footage in pretty much any situation. Next, it features a 1-inch touchscreen that gives you the ability to navigate through all the menu items as well as double as a selfie screen for when you want to do a little bit of vlogging. And of course, it's capable of taking high quality photos and 4K video, but it also is capable of using other modes such as the time-lapse mode and panoramic photos, just to name a few. Speaking of video, the Osmo Pocket is capable of capturing both 1080p and 4K video at up to 60 frames per second. Now, while this isn't as good as 120 frames per second, it definitely does give you enough headroom to capture some nice slow motion video. And for my camera savvy prosumers out there, it does feature some professional level capabilities. So you do have the ability to control your shutter speed, your ISO, as well as your exposure compensation. It also has some other features such as grid lines, as well as a different kind of color mode that's going to give you more cine-like colors to give you higher dynamic range. So like I said, there are much more features, more than I want to go over in this video, but you're getting all the features I mentioned and much more for a price tag of only $350. And at that price tag, it's definitely of great value. Okay, so far the Osmo Pocket sounds great, but what is it really like shooting with the Osmo Pocket in the real world, especially for somebody like myself who comes from higher end mirrorless cameras and regular sized gimbals? And also, how much better is the Osmo Pocket than the camera in my iPhone XS Max? Before we get into the real world usability of the Osmo Pocket, I really quickly wanted to go over a controlled experiment that I did here in the studio using my buddy Goose. So what I did was I aligned both cameras right next to each other and I did my best to try to get the exact same scene. Now, left both of the cameras to their own devices, so I left them both in fully automatic, and this is the actual image that we got out of both cameras. Now I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below which image you actually like better, but in my opinion, when it comes to this particular scene, to me it feels like the iPhone XS Max is more pleasing to the eyes and it does offer up a better picture. But one thing you will notice when it comes to the Osmo Pocket is that it does actually give you the ISO, and ISO 400 for the Osmo Pocket is a little bit high, so you will notice a little bit of distortion, but this isn't something that cannot be resolved in post with the image denoiser. So now in this next scene, I actually ended up dialing in all of these settings for both of the cameras manually, and this is the footage I ended up getting out of both of those cameras. Once again, let me know down in the comment section below which image you guys think is more superior. Now in this scene, I ended up keeping both of the cameras in the exact same settings, but this time around shooting both of them in log and cine-like D respectively. And this is the exact same scene, this time around color graded. Because of its small form factor, the Osmo Pocket has gone with me many places. It's taken random trips to Manhattan for pizza, it's come with me to Boston for PAX 2019, and most recently a work trip to the Dominican Republic. That's where most of this non-cinematic B-roll footage comes from, by the way. So when it comes to real-world usability with the Osmo Pocket, I've got plenty of mileage under my belt. So first, let's start off with the good. The image quality on the Osmo Pocket is absolutely superb, especially when you're using it in well-lit lighting conditions. The built-in 3-axis gimbal produces super smooth handheld footage, even when you use it in extremely bumpy conditions. The battery life of the Osmo Pocket is also great. I ended up filling up 2 SD cards with both photos and videos before I actually had to charge my Osmo Pocket. And the boot up time of the Osmo Pocket is also really fast. I never once felt like I was missing any of the action waiting for the camera to get started. And now for the bad. While the built-in 3-axis gimbal is great for super smooth handheld footage, it really sucks when it comes to durability. I always felt like I had to baby the Osmo Pocket to make sure I didn't end up breaking the gimbal. The Osmo Pocket is also not waterproof, so I couldn't exactly take it with me to the pool or to the beach like I could with GoPro. The low light performance is absolutely abysmal. Anything over 400 ISO is completely unusable, so when the sun goes down, you might as well put away the Osmo. The focal length is way too tight for any type of vlogging or selfie action, at least for me. The built-in audio is absolutely terrible, especially in high noise situations, like dealing with wind and also big crowds.
How's the audio on this windy beach? Am I recording?
And finally, this thing is accessory hell. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So for that $350 price tag, you're gonna be getting the Osmo Pocket, a carrying case, and one of these guys. This is a lightning adapter. It also comes with a USB-C adapter for assumably your Android phone. And then you're probably gonna want the expansion kit, and that comes with an SD card, a GoPro-like mount, a control wheel, and the wireless adapter. And like I said earlier, the audio sucks on the Osmo Pocket, so you're definitely gonna want the USB-C 3.5mm audio adapter to attach an external microphone. And now you're actually gonna need somewhere to mount the microphone, so you're gonna need one of these. This is a Polar Pro skeleton case. And like I also said earlier, the focal length is kind of tight, so you're definitely gonna want one of these. This is a selfie stick with an Osmo Pocket mount at the very bottom. And in order to keep that shutter speed, double the frame rate in sunny conditions, you're gonna want some of these guys here. These are some ND filters. And then now, because you have all these accessories, you're probably gonna need a way to carry them all, so you're gonna need one of these. This is a Polar Pro Osmo Pocket case. And of course, none of these accessories are required to get great video out of the Osmo Pocket. They just make the process that much easier. Okay, so in summary, is the Osmo Pocket worth that $350, and is it any better than the camera you probably have in your other pocket, your smartphone camera? The Osmo Pocket has plenty of strengths and weaknesses, and I definitely feel like its strongest trait, that being the small form factor, is probably the most powerful of them all, and it definitely allows me to overlook a lot of its weaknesses. As far as the image comparison between the Osmo Pocket and the smartphone camera like the iPhone XS Max, I definitely think the XS Max does go blow for blow with the Osmo Pocket, but in a lot of situations, the Osmo Pocket definitely does out-edge the smartphone camera, especially in situations like dynamic range and actually having a certain color bit depth when using the cine-like profile. I know most people out there aren't necessarily going to color grade their iPhone footage, but I definitely felt like the footage that came out of the Osmo Pocket was much easier to color grade. And that's not even necessarily the full argument. Taking pictures and photos with your smartphone definitely can drain your battery, and it also can occupy your phone, making you miss phone calls and also opportunities to post to social media. And obviously, when trying to compare the image quality between the Osmo Pocket and the mirrorless camera, there's absolutely no comparison. However, once again, that small form factor with the built-in 3-axis gimbal is just so appealing. So who exactly is the Osmo Pocket built for? Well, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I definitely feel like it's geared towards that content creator, whether they might be a travel vlogger, videographer, or possibly even a food vlogger, or anybody who's really just gonna be mobile with a camera. Even somebody like myself who sometimes does shoot content outside of their home, it's definitely gonna be for that person. I also feel like it's really good for moms and dads, or just a family person who really doesn't wanna miss any of those family moments, and again, doesn't necessarily wanna whip out their smartphone or occupy their smartphone with continuously recording and shooting video. And is it worth that $350? Well, I definitely say yeah. The fact that it comes with the built-in 3-axis gimbal, and also the fact that it can shoot 4K 60, it's already more capable than most mirrorless cameras that cost in the range of around $2,000, albeit it does have a much smaller sensor and really bad low-light performance. But I also want to know what you guys think about the Osmo Pocket. Is it worth that $350? Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, while you guys are down there, if you like this video, hit that like button. And if it's your first time to the channel, consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Fran. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.
The DJI Osmo Mobile Pocket retails for about $349. And that price tag gets a fantastic buy for pretty much anybody, whether you're a content creator, or if you're a travel photographer, a travel videographer, or just mom and dad who want something to capture those family moments. Overall, I'm really satisfied, and I'm extremely grateful for my Christmas gifts. Thank you. And yeah, that's it for this video. So if you guys have any questions about this thing, or if you want to pick it up, I'll leave it linked down in the description below. And also, while you guys are down there, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. My name is Fran. I'm heading back to the cold. I'll see you guys in my next video.